And opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
We're being attacked, man. We're being attacked. Believe me. Y'all killing me, man. I'm the most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. I am the greatest.
First of all, I'm not afraid of you. Then you gotta back it up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Border Wars. It's finally going down. We finally have some fights that are official. It is happening. We're back in Texas. Marvin the Tank Furman will be defending his unified titles, the WBC and the WBA. He's 3-0 in the Border Wars series. For those that don't know what Border Wars is, you can definitely find more by typing the word Border Wars right here in our YouTube channel. And you can also use the link in the description box to sign up and be part of it. Border Wars gets you off that couch, man. It stops you from saying that, you know, Wilder should have threw more punches or Gary Russell only fights once a year. All those Monday morning quarterback terms that come with watching the big fight on a Saturday or Friday night, for that matter. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz of Texas. So yeah, man, it's our own little fight club. It's like a bowling league and like Fight Club with Brad Pitt, except it takes place in the ring with 16-ounce gloves and headgear, and we have legitimate semi-amateur fights, I would call them. Semi-amateur fights. So we're here to discuss our 7th show, and we're going to have, obviously, Marvin defending both his titles. Marvin is from El Salvador, living in Texas, and he's going to be taking on Sal, Mexican Sal from California. So Sal will fly from Cali all the way to Texas because this Border War 7 is themed Texas versus everybody. So there's going to be a Texas fighter in damn near every fight that we have on this card. And we look to get more. If you're interested, remember you can hit me up on DM if you have any further questions. You can call in if you want to and give us any questions that you may have about joining Border Wars. The number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion. Ask your question about Border Wars right here. So on the undercard, we have a fantastic fight. And I see Southside Ducey was in the chat. I'm trying to get a hold of him. I need you to call me. Hit me up on DMs. Southside Ducey is the champion at 160 with the WBC. And his mandatory is Mide, but Mide, instead of waiting for Southside, is taking on the new boogeyman. When Lauren was the undefeated white boy that was looking for a fight desperately, everyone was avoiding him, and Southside took him on, and they had a fantastic fight. So now white boy, that one white boy, John, is the new boogeyman that wants to get a fight, can't get a fight, and then Mide stepped up to the plate. Instead of waiting for his mandatory shot for the 160-pound title, he's going to be taking on that one white boy in Texas, John, on the co-main event. Donel Fernandes from Florida, hailing out of Atlanta, just coming off a 3-round sparring with Julius Undango that could be found on the YouTube channel under Donel Fernandes, just so you can see his skill with a former unified champion. Will be taking on former pro and Coach Mide victim JD in Texas. Listen, I could go on and on, but I kind of forgot I got a fucking co-host today. Someone that may or may not be on the card. I don't know, you know. We'll get into all that in a bit, but let me get on out to my co-host for the day.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
Boxingvoice.com.
Good morning, good Saturday, everybody. If you haven't already, wipe the cold out of your eye. It is the Ric Flair of the Texas Four Horsemen. It's Big SuperMEX here with Ness talking about Border Wars, February 29th. Jam-packed card. You got the one white boy stepping up to take on Coach Mide, the champ Marvin defending against Sal. You got Rob, the cable guy, Rob the genius, whatever his name is, taking on the machine gun Matt, and so many more, man. So what's up, Ness? Let's get into it.
Wow, the hate, Rob, whatever his name is. Oh, I see that bias you got right there because your brother, Matt, a.k.a. the machine gun, will be taking on Rob, a.k.a. The cable guy, Robert Klein, the cable guy. So, yeah, man. I mean, look. I was in the middle of letting people know Donel Fernandes and JD, the former pro, will be also on the card. JD already started his training camp. Donel never stops training. WhiteBoy stays in the gym. Mide already coming off of a defense of his white collar boxing, or is it Queensberry League title out in the UK. Mide will be flying from the UK to Texas as well. Texas will be the home. It's going to be Dallas-Fort Worth. If you want to join, hit me up. Hit up whoever you feel comfortable with. Maybe you think I'm too intimidating. Maybe you want to hit up that one white boy John. Maybe you want to hit up Big SuperMEX, Matt Machine Gun in Texas. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe Big Doomy is the person you need to holla at. But you should definitely be a part of this because it's only growing and it's only getting better. On the undercard, we have, like we were talking, Big SuperMEX's brother, Matt Machine Gun in Texas. He's going to be taking on the 1-0 Robert Klein, the cable guy from the Philadelphia area. And Matt is coming off that loss last year, or was it this year, to Danny Swift at a higher weight class. Matt has dropped in weight and has been working on skill significantly. And then we have Colin, the Destroyer, also 1-0. Because remember, Border Wars is only on its 7th season. We're just starting, man. We're just starting, and we're only hoping to get even bigger and greater. But Colin, the Destroyer, he's coming off his win versus Boxing Therapy at 168 pounds, and he's going to be taking on Jordon Baker, one of our good friends in the Border Wars chat from Florida, Fort Worth. So that's going to be a fight that is going to produce some excitement. We were expecting Jordon to fight last Border Wars, and he had suffered an injury in training camp. But now he's back, and his fight is signed, sealed, and delivered. So we have 5 official fights, which is a lot. You know what I mean? We're talking Marvin and Sal. That's Texas versus California. Mide and that one white boy, Texas versus UK. Donel versus JD. That's Florida, Atlanta versus Texas. You got Rob versus Matt. That's New Jersey, Philadelphia versus Texas. Then you got Colin, the Destroyer versus Jordon Baker, just rounding out the card. Now we have some maybes. There are some maybes out there. I don't know. Maybe we get an announcement that one of these maybes are official. I don't know. I'm putting that same energy that I got with AJ and Wilder happening. I'm putting that energy for Cruz and Ant. Eric Cruz of Texas, which would be fantastic to get Eric on the card since it's his hometown. We'll be using his gym. Only right to have him fight on the card. But he doesn't seem to have an opponent right now, Joseph. He did drop some news that he might be announcing an opponent and that we know him, but I don't know who that is. He said a Texas guy too, so I don't know who or what he's got planned.
Well, as you know, I am also a promoter.
Oh, and, so is it Chris Vega?
It potentially. I'm just waiting on officials from Vega, so we could have an all Texas affair with Eric and Chris.
I mean, man, why not split that up? What was Chris's weight? Wasn't he like a 160?
He was supposed to fight Greg Morgan last time at 185. So I've talked to Cruz. Obviously, Cruz's initial fight fell through. He's talked about wanting to drop some weight, get back in shape, and he reached out to me. And we're just waiting on Chris Vega to sign up and to make this official.
And when is that expected to happen?
I've been talking to Chris. It should be happening sometime this weekend. I'm trying to get him to call in today and get us a better update from his mouth.
Now, is Chris ready for Cruz? Like, I mean, you're a promoter, bro. You sure you want to put your new guy in with someone with that much experience with Cruz? Cruz got like 4 or 5 fights, man.
Yeah, I believe so. Vega stays in the gym. He stays boxing. He's been training. So I think he'll be ready to go. He does spar. I sparred Chris before. He's put some good work on me, so I definitely think he'll be ready to go for Cruz. I think it's an interesting matchup, especially once we get some sparring footage of Vega. I think you guys would see where I feel like it's going to be a good matchup. It'd be an exciting fight, in my opinion, just because I've been in the gym.
I don't know, man. As a promoter, I think you're dropping the ball. I think as a promoter, SuperMEX is dropping the ball. I don't know if you go by SuperMEX as the fighter or Joseph Rodriguez as the fucking promoter, but to do 2 Texas dudes versus each other when the card is themed Texas versus everybody, I guess it's fitting the bill literally, meaning Texas will fight everybody else and themselves. But again, to be true to the theme, you can possibly shop Vega around, get him another fight out there. 160, 185, those are the divisions that most people are. I mean, look, you got to remember, to be fair to him, Sal has a boy at 185 that's a novice. He's never fought, but he does spar with Sal. He gets plenty of rounds with Sal, but he's never fought. Maybe that is a little kind of better for him. That I know. Maybe Cruz is looking for a tune-up. I don't know. Maybe Cruz wants a tune-up. But I'm just thinking for Chris Vega, like, okay, that's pretty tough to jump in there with a guy of the level of Cruz.
I mean, it is, but like I said, he's got the plenty of training, and he's a military boy. You know what I mean? So he shows no fear.
I mean, Greg Morgan was a military dude, and I'm not saying anything bad about that, except that, yeah, they're tough, but being from the military means 2 things. You're tough, maybe you're in shape, but not everyone has learned it, but you do learn it once you cross through those ropes, that being in shape and being in fighting shape is 2 different things.
Yeah, and that's why I said, like I said, having sparred Vega, having been in the gym with him, I think he'll be good to go. And like I said, for the betterment of the card, it's going to be a fantastic fight. I think it'll be a really exciting fight. It's got potential to be up there as one of the best fights we see if it goes through.
Now, why wouldn't you want to see or push Cruz in the direction of Anthony? Anthony coming off a loss, long history of being chinny, long history of injuries, and there's, I don't know, history between the 2. Does Cruz not want the rematch, or does he feel he needs a tune-up since that fight? I mean, but I guess that's something to ask Cruz. But I'm just thinking, like, you beat Anthony, you're back in title contention. You beat this new dude, it's like you just beat this new dude.
Well, I mean, like I said, also Anthony may not be able to be here in town, but I think I think Cruz was looking for something new, a new challenge. I think if I'm Cruz, I think I feel better getting the rematch and beating Ant coming off a win. You beat him right now. He's off that loss to Marvin, which it was a clear loss. The fight was, it was a good fight, but I feel like that was a clear victory for Marvin. No doubts. I'm anxious to see how the Cobra bounces back from that. So I think this is just me speculating, but I think if I'm Cruz, I'd rather get him coming off of a win than a loss to build my momentum back from that rematch.
Now, I'm pretty sure I seen Cruz say that, not Cruz, but Anthony say that he was looking for a fight. I think he's available. I think he's going to be available for Texas.
Well, see, yesterday he said when we talked about leaving it on the 29th, he said he may be in. Where did he say he was going to be? I can't remember the name of it. Maybe Trinidad or some shit like that. I'm not too sure. Now I could be wrong. I could have misread that, but that was what I thought I read yesterday.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's one maybe fight and or matchups with Ant and Cruz. I have to note that one white boy John also asked Ant to fight, and nothing never happened. I don't know that Ant said yes or no. I know that I never seen Ant say anything. So the next fight on the docket is myself and Eddie, which I think is probably much off now. I mean, I think he says in Wednesday is the final day that he'll find out from his job if he could get the time off and whatever bonus he needs. And if he could, then I'll be back in action, man. And I desperately want to. I'm old, so I would rather stay active than inactive. But it's up to Eddie. But that's the heavyweight division. Eddie's coming off the draw with Mofongo in the last Border Wars. He was supposed to fight Mofongo in a rematch, but Mofongo won't be able to make it. He couldn't get the time off from his job. Remember, these fighters, they take the time off. They fly around the country to meet up state to state to get these fights on. It's like a bowling league. It's like a, fight camp or whatever you call it, fight club. So we're self-sustained here. So, Eddie couldn't get the rematch that he wanted with Mofongo. So the opportunity for him and I to mix it up presented itself. And if it can happen, we'll be happy with it. And we'll take it. If not, we move on. Also, we have...
let me throw it real quick, too, because we've also made Eddie an honorary Texan. So that would be technically Texas versus Jersey as well, because he's an honorary member of Team Texas. He's in our Team Texas chat. And let me just say this, Ness. If he is able to come, he feels very confident that he can lift the strap from you come February.
Bro, I said we band together and make sure that he gets there. I mean, I showed you the B&B is super cheap. I don't see how it's an issue. But
it's right there. Cruz said it's right there, 15 minutes from the gym. I think like we did with Santiago, if everybody chips in, we probably could be able to get Eddie out there. I'll have my vehicle, so I've already let him know I could pick him up from the airport if needed. There's tons of ways we can all kick in.
Agreed, man. But I don't know. Do you have an announcement you're trying to make?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and say I'll leave it in the maybe column, but I'm hoping this is a man of his word. Somebody has felt long lost and forgotten about, former champion, if you want to call him that. Well, I guess we can call him a former champion. I'll give him a little bit of that. Not really a seller. His last actual fight produced 3 fights on the card. Was getting forgotten about, was seeing everybody. And as you know, my rematch with Santiago was unable to come through. Santiago, prayers up to him. Hope he's doing better. Had a car wreck and was having to get some things fixed. So Jose, starving for attention, and what better name to look for than Big SuperMEX, than the Ric Flair of Border Wars, the Ric Flair of the Texas Four Horsemen. So he comes calling my name. Now me, I'm still on my weight loss journey. Definitely still getting in shape. I will obviously be in Dallas for Border Wars. So I'm taking it as a no financial loss thing. And the biggest thing I'll gain out of it is to embarrass and retire Jose. Jose, I know what Jose thinks. He needs to make a name for himself. He needs the attention. Border Wars has all but forgotten him. And so he says, hey, look, there's a big name, big guy who I can outrun for 3 rounds. But it's not going to go down that way. So SuperMEX versus El Loco could be going down. As long as Jose shows up, it should go down February 29th.
You don't sound confident. What do you mean? Should be going down as long as he shows up. What do you mean by that?
I mean, look, Jose has flaked before, which is why he couldn't get a fight this go around. Because people, rightfully so, wanted collateral. Because, like you said, this is a time and investment that we take out of our own pocket. Now, to me, I didn't ask for anything of Jose because, like I said, I'll already be there. So I just want him to show up though, so I can put my best Muhammad Ali impression, and throughout 3 rounds, make sure he learns how to say SuperMEX correctly. Um, like I said, I think it's an entertaining fight. Obviously, you know, he wants to be spotlighted with somebody who's got a name, who can actually draw ratings, and I think he thinks he's picking up something he can get an easy win off of.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. He's looking at you like a cherry. He's expecting the box, stay on the outside, and outpoint you. He obviously knows he can't stop you. And the onus is on you to cut the ring off. So, you know. The issue with that is that to beat Jose, you have to train, and how could you stay dedicated without knowing if he's going to show up? I don't get how people taking fights with this dude without collateral. I mean, he pulled out the Ant fight, the Sal fight, the Cruz rematch, and now he's fighting you.
Like I said, for me, this is about me continuing my journey and where I want to be as far as being healthy. So, just a thought to get to beat Jose and do away with his nonsense. And look, the fact of the matter is, like I said, if he shows up, it's going to motivate me more because he thinks he's coming to get an easy win. And the best motivation I have is myself. I have to get healthy. I got two children. I got another one on the way. I still need to get up under 200. I have a weight goal of at least 225. I got to reach that. So it's not even about him keeping me motivated. It's my children that keep me motivated. Whipping his ass is just going to be a cherry on top. And as far as cutting off the ring, what I decided to do is we paid a crackhead $40, and he's just going to let me chase him around the ring for a couple hours just to get used to all the running Jose is going to be doing. We may even give him a little bike.
I mean, I hear you, man. Look, a lot of people want Jose's name on their resume for bragging rights. Jose talks a lot. That's the best thing that he does, in my opinion, is talk. He knows how to troll, get, under your skin. He's a good nemesis, I just don't know, if this is the right fight for you. You're coming off of a draw. Jose is at least experienced. He's been under the lights. He's a showman. He's confident in the ring. And, he's 100 and I don't even know, like 30 pounds lighter than you. Maybe more than that because he's got to come up to 200. So what is the catch weight, I guess? What are you doing?
He says he's coming up to heavyweight. Like I said, and most people, you're right. Most people want Jose's name. Jose came calling my name because, like I said, he wants the spotlight without thinking he has to earn it. So of course he found SuperMEX and thinks there's not a risk there, which is cool with me, man. Like I said, I get it. He's got the experience. He's got whatever. None of that matters to me. None of what favors him matters to me because at the end of the day, he's got to step in the ring. And there's only so many. We're obviously going to be working off cutting off the ring properly. And it's funny because he seems to think that I'm going to tire out and he's going to be able to wet off shots. So I'd love to see if Jose actually would exchange with me and what would happen there.
But he's not, and you're already going into it like professional fighters that know that the runner's gonna run, begging him to stop and fight. Like he's not, and the question isn't that you have stamina because you look to be throwing a lot of punches with a dude that was right in front of you, but you're gonna have to chase Jose and then throw punches. And he's gonna clinch you. He's clinched Cruz, who has more experience than you. It's not like he's gonna, make you chase him, then allow you to beat on him. He's gonna clinch. He's gonna duck. He's gonna dodge and weave. He's gonna be popping you with the jab. I've watched Jose's whole entire career.
Oh yeah, like I said, I know what he's coming to do. Like my thing is if he's banking on me to run out of gas, that's gonna be a big mistake. Like I said, I got talked to Matt and John. Well, I think John might actually be coming down tomorrow or something. We got plenty of time to work on that and. Look, at the end of the day, it's just more experience for me, more weight loss for me, and I think this will surprise a lot of people. I like to be a man of my word, so the chicken can run all he wants. They always get led to the slaughter either way, and that's
so. What you weighing right now?
Right now, I'm actually at 318. So I'm down 20 pounds from the last Border Wars.
Don't be stunting. We gon' cause listen, if you gonna fight Jose, which is a cherry pick, all right? Because would they let me fight Jose? You know what I mean? So you better beat this dude. First of all, Jose's being allowed back because of you. So now you're like giving him credibility. It's like the first dude to take the Big Baby fight. What promoter's going to promote Big Baby? That's what everybody's waiting. And Jose's the Big Baby of Border Wars. Literally, because he cries like a motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So people are accepting of this fight because it's you. So honestly, we're going to be on your ass. There's no way you're going to do 2019's version of Andy Ruiz and come into shape the same shape that you was your last fight. You better lose a significant amount. I'm not telling you for it to be a fat camp, but if you working, bro, because I lost plenty of weight. If you working in the gym, it's going to fall off. You ain't got to worry about weight if you working. If you ain't working, it ain't going to be coming off. But, don't take this cherry pick because this is what it is. It's a cherry. If Jose fights any other heavyweight, he gets knocked out. So this is a cherry pick for you, and he thinks you're a cherry for himself. So you should really, really train properly, man. It shouldn't be like you have to look better than your last fight. Not only physically, but in the ring. Every fight should be an improvement. And this is a fight that can, boost you in the rankings. Not that you need it because in the heavyweight division there's always opportunities, but it's still a resume building fight. You know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is lose to this clown. That's what you don't want to do. And believe me, Enrique done that twice. I thought Cruz was going to beat him, and I thought Cruz lost. I know you like to sit and tell Jose that he didn't win. I don't know. Maybe I got to go back and watch that fight. But I commentated that fight, and I remember Jose beating Cruz.
And because I remember specifically talking to Javier, and we had both agreed that Jose had edged out that fight.
And that's what I'm saying. He's defied the odds before. Like, even in the Enrique fight, right? His bum ass was kicking the mouthpiece around, playing soccer, because that's what Canadians do. But before the illegal tactics, because he has no tank, and he likes to cheat, he was looking good. He was landing a lot of right hands on Enrique and moving laterally well. And I always told him that he could beat Cruz because of that lateral movement. Jose's downfall is his tank as well. He likes to clinch a lot. He couldn't take the Enrique in the second fight. Enrique was really coming, and that's the type of SuperMEX you need to be. You need to be an active fighter that's gonna hunt him down. He doesn't like to be uncomfortable. No one does.
Yeah, and look, like I said, Jose's got a lot of tactics. He's smart. He's something he does to a lot of people. I notice he can talk well and get into your head. All that's fine and dandy. All I can focus on is putting his work in and, like I said, just getting in there and putting it all on display. This obviously is not going to be like my last fight because, like I said, he's not. I don't anticipate him coming forward. I anticipate having to cut off the ring and having to continuously cut off the ring and be effective with it. I can't get it caught into the trap of following him around because that's what most people do, and I think that's what he's expecting. He's expecting me to be flat-footed, plodding, following him around the ring, and just chasing him for 3 rounds. And it's up to me to make sure that's not what he gets and to deliver to all these people. There's a lot of people that want to see him lose. There's a lot of people that maybe wanted to see me lose. So it's going to be an entertaining fight. He's got a good mouthpiece. I got a good mouthpiece. So the build-up's going to be great. It's up to me to make the fight deliver in the ring because I don't think you're going to get anything exciting from him in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my final thoughts is, for the sake of you using this as a motivational tool to lose the weight necessary to be a better you, I would like, for you to have some sort of reassurance that you're gonna fight, that there will be a person in the other corner, of the ring waiting to fight you. Whereas many of these other fighters, assume they had a fight with specific people and that never took place, So for the sake of you and your weight loss journey, I hope it all works out,
Yeah, and like I said, look, had this fight been, let's say we're like, if I wasn't just going to Texas and going to Jersey, I'll be honest, it might have been hard for me to say yeah to Jose. But like I said, I'm Dallas. It's $20 for me to get there. I'm coming with my brother. I need to lose this weight, to help me stay consistent, And so to me, like I said, my motivation is my children, getting healthy for these babies and being the best healthy dad I can be, And that's a credit to Border Wars. Like you said, this is keep people from just staying on the couch. I was a truck driver, just eating and being on the road. Ness, you've been there previously. You've lost some weight yourself. You've had camps, and look, I just love being a part of Border Wars. So for me, it gives me a chance just to have something to do while I'm there. If I'm not,
hell yeah, man. Staying active is the best, man. So I get you, man. Taking the fight, whatever fight is available, and that's kind of how I feel. Like, man, if Eddie want to get it in, fuck it, I'm ready. Because inactivity is whack, bro. Inactivity is whack. But listen, man, wish you the best. I hope that fight actually happens. For Ant, Cruz, I hope that, something happens with them too. Remember, we got a new guy that he should be signing up now that he knows it's in Texas. And there's other people out there that are in Texas.
I think you spoke to Ambrose as well. He's wanting to sign up. Do we have a cutoff date for the sign up?
I think we're doing January when it's 8 weeks out, like exactly at 8 weeks.
Okay, yeah, that way you have at least a chance to get a full camp.
Yeah, because you got to give the person, Hey,
you know what? I'm sorry, Ness. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just got to remind you of this too. It's funny. After Andy Ruiz lost, you know how many people started calling out SuperMEX? I had the Cobra wanting to get in the ring with me. I already had Jose. I had Cruz throwing my name in the ring. Yo, Andy losing took a lot of faith out of the big boys, and it just was kind of amusing.
I mean, but that's the whole thing. That's gonna be the theme of the fight. Like, are you Andy? Are you gonna prepare? I'm gonna be weight clocking you. You said you're 318 a day. You ain't even start camp, so you better be fighting this dude under the 200s for sure. And John, you need to be accountable. You out there? I know you an hour away. John needs to be accountable, and motherfucking Matt needs to be accountable, because when I'm in camp, Doomy's accountable, man. Like, your partners are your partners for a reason. But
yeah, absolutely. We should come into this fight well under 300 pounds. If I'm anywhere close to 300 come fight night, that'll tell you all you need to know.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear no excuses about the newborn baby and the truck, and I took this job, and bruh, because that's what Andy did. Andy did the same thing. He lied to us, told us he was gonna lose weight, then he showed up fat. Like, and you know what I mean? Don't nobody want to be backing you. Everybody's look, there's no denying that fucking Bumzay is the villain. So everyone's gonna be rooting for you, and you know you're only gonna be letting down the whole fucking public. Yo, he said, Dan, you want the man to lose 118 pounds in 8 weeks? No, I ain't fucking say that. But believe me, at that weight, he could lose hella fucking weight. I lost 30 pounds in the first month when I was 278, bro. But like, obviously you got to run. And running might not be the right thing for you to do. I'm going to be honest. Because you're big and you don't want to take off that weight and then fuck up your knees. Because I feel like I fucked up my knees. If you want to do anything, run in the pool. Run in the pool, and I guarantee you lose hella weight, bro. Hella weight. Yeah, that shit is all fat. You just gotta work. Believe me, I was a truck driver and I was fat too.
And having a real coach this go around, I think is gonna make a world of difference. Because he's gonna be the one to put the game plan together, not let me cheat myself on the days I feel tired either. Like I said, having an actual coach is gonna make the world of difference. I think for myself and my brother.
Man, get out of here. Look at SuperMEX talking about his team. I mean, Mofongo talking about his team SuperMEX, but he already giving you a pass on the weight loss. You crazy. He could easily lose 60 fucking pounds. Easily, bruh. I'm telling you. Bruh. Look, I was weighing like 216 for 2017's Border Wars, bro. Like, if you work, you gonna lose it. And if you eat right, you gonna lose it. It all depends what you want to do. You know what I mean? I'm the type of dude that I don't cut no corners. When I wanna lose weight, I eliminate all sugar. I eliminate all soda. I don't drink juice. You know, I watch the carbs, like all that. You have to eliminate all that, and you gotta check the boxes because the label tells you everything has carbs, and carbs, you know, it's gonna make you gain. So you have to watch. It could be done. Just kidding me? Hell yeah, it could be done.
Oh yeah, look.
And just boxing and eating right. Just boxing and eating, because boxing alone, jump rope, shadow boxing, pad work, spar, you sweat in sparring more than any other exercise I've ever done. Sparring is like nonstop sweat for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sweater.
Yeah, man. It's very powerful. Like I said, dude. You know, for those of you who don't know, when I first started this this past summer, I was like up over 360. So I mean, it's come down since.
Yeah, man. Look, so like someone said, small sacrifice could save your life. You're right. Listen, getting under 300, that should be the goal. But I think 18 pounds is too small. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing, bro. That's nothing.
Ideally, I'd love to be
bro.
Around
Because how tall are you? How tall are you? 5'9",
5'10".
Psst, come on, bro. You're probably supposed to be like fucking 190. So believe me, you could lose hella weight, and it ain't gonna be a fat can. Because I'm telling you, if you just do boxing training, you know, and then obviously, because boxing training includes some sit-ups, you know. Right now, you probably ain't gonna be able to do sit-ups. Do fucking leg raises or lay on your back and just like get in the chair position, bending your knees straight out, kind of keeping it 6 inches off the ground, bringing it back to your chest, bringing it back out, never letting your heel touch the floor. Bruh, you do that shit long enough. I was getting a 4-pack, man. I'm telling you. That shit work. I don't do sit-ups. When I'm trying. I don't even do sit-ups. And I still could get like a 4-pack. So you could lose that shit. That shit is nothing. Especially if you're working, but you got to go every day. How's your schedule with the truck?
No,
you local now, right?
Yeah, I'm off no later than 5 o'clock. So, and the gym is 2 blocks.
But
from
then
my
you got
house,
how many kids? You got to pick up the kids, or your girl picks up the kids?
No, see, that's the thing. My wife.
I want to hear all the excuses right now, y'all, because everybody knows we're gonna be putting our money on the big guy, just like we did with Andy. And if he shits the bed, like, I can't take 2 fat guys fucking me over twice. I'm gonna kill y'all. I'm telling you, you touchable. I'm gonna see you in Texas, though. You gotta beat this dude. This dude be talking hella shit. He always talks shit. There's too much pressure on you for this fight. Maybe you should let like Eddie or somebody take this fight. There's a lot of pressure, bro. Everybody wants this dude's head on a platter. Everybody knows he's a fucking fraud, and they just waiting to pop his little bubble.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no excuse for me. The gym is 2 blocks from my house. My wife works weekends. The baby's not due till July. There's nothing but time and opportunity. So it's all on me. Um, to keep my act together, stay away from bad eating habits, and stay in the gym every day. Um, my wife is real good about that, about keeping my eating habits good. And keeping me up. Like I said, it's like I
You need
said,
to
and this.
contact Marvin and have his wife give you a meal plan that your wife could prepare. Because remember, that's how Marvin lost the weight.
No, there's another thing. There's a nutrition spot here where they do like the meal preps for you. It's like $40 a week. I've already got signed up for all that, and they go based off your size, how you're trying to eat, the weight you're trying to lose. So, like I said, it's all set up for me to be losing the weight. The only reason is just because I just flat out shorted myself. It's just there's no excuse for me not to look good this next go around.
I mean, because I gotta be real. I think if Bo and Bama, who does pound for pound, would be doing the betting lines. Normally it's Bruce, but Bruce has been busy. But I'ma just be real. If I have anything to do with the influence, I think you're an underdog.
Oh yeah, I'm not going into this expecting to be the favorite. I'm a fighter coming off my first fight, which was a draw. Against Santiago, which no disrespect to him, but he had yet to hit the win column. Jose's 3-0, former champion, shows he has boxing skills, lateral movement. Like I said, that doesn't bother me. It's just gonna help fuel me to look. I want to. If we're gonna put a bet out, let's make some money. Let's not lose some money. You know what I mean?
Hey
Um,
man, all I'm saying is don't cheat yourself. I know it's difficult, but I'm speaking from experience. Even cigarettes, bro, I quit them cold turkey, bro. If you want to win, give up the soda. Give up the sugar. Start there. Carbs is hard because carbs is everywhere and you a truck driver. But start with giving up sugar. Start at least turning them things over and looking at how many grams of sugar. Once you see them grams of sugar and you start to be conscious that 26 grams in whatever you eating or drinking is way the fuck too much, and you start to stay away from that, you're gonna see you lose a bunch of weight, bro. It's in the sugar and the carbs.
oh,
I'm telling you.
absolutely. Cutting off sodas, I think at one point I lost 8 pounds just from not drinking sodas for like a month.
Bro, you go from just soda to water and you're going to lose immediately. You're going to lose weight immediately. Immediately. But we got a couple of the fighters on the card, on the line, so we're going to get out to the phone lines. Before we get to the fighters, I do want to get out to just the listeners. Keem in Florida, longtime listener. He's been waiting to get on Border Wars. We're not in Florida this time. I wish it was Florida, man. We need some sunny Florida. But what's up, Keem?
Hello, can you hear me? Oh, bad, bro.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, champ? What's going on, man? Yeah, man. When I signed up, y'all was gonna be in Florida, man. So it kind of worked out perfectly. You know what I'm saying? What was gonna work out perfectly, but that didn't happen. But it's all good, man. One of these days I sign up when I'm able to do it. You know what I mean? When it makes sense, obviously financially and all that. But yeah, man. I'm like Border Wars' biggest fan, bro. I tune in to all the Border Wars. I know all the fighters. If you fought Border Wars, man, I know you. I'm a fan of you. I remember your fight. And I'm always excited to see, the upcoming fights. I've seen so WhiteBoy and Mide supposed to fight. Is that the main event?
Co-main. Marvin is defending, so he's the main.
Who's Marvin defending against?
Sal from Cali.
Sal. Boy, that should be a good scrap. I remember Sal's fight. But yeah, I bet. Shout out to WhiteBoy, man. That's a big challenge taking on Mide. I rate Mide pound for pound number one, and all the Border Wars fighters. And then I seen it said Donel versus JD. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a sexy matchup right there. I like that. I like that a
Yeah,
lot. That should be a real good matchup.
JD trying to get back at Midi, so this is the route, man. He got to go through
Oh,
the
he
young
want that
undefeated
revenge.
guy.
That's what's up. But shout out to SuperMEX, man. Congrats on the baby on the way. I hope you keep the weight loss journey up. Again, man, I'm a fan of yours too. You had a great scrap with Santiago. I'd love to see you lose some weight and get in there and put a beat down on Jose. Right, Jose's always running his mouth. Jose's a cool guy though, man. But yeah, man. Just shout out to y'all. I love Border Wars again, man. I'm Border Wars #1 fan, bro. I'm always calling. I'm always tuning in. So to everybody out there, I hope it gives you a little motivation, man. You got a fan in me. somebody you never met, somebody you never seen. You know what I mean? But I know you. I know who you are, and I'm gonna tune into all the fights, man. So yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks for calling in, Keem. Southside, man, call in, champ. We need your number. We want to know what you're going to do. Southside Deucey's in the chat. He's a 160-pound WBC champ. He's entitled to a voluntary than his mandatory defense. I see him saying that he's still sparring every other day. And I seen him say he's on par for February. So I don't know if that means he's going to be on a card. If so, let us know, man. We got a match, mate. What is up? We definitely would love our 160-pound champ, first KO ever, back on the card. And Lauren actually said that he would come back for February if you gave him the rematch. He would only fight you. He said he wouldn't fly out to Texas unless it was you. So if you want to give him the rematch in Texas, if you could be there. I mean, call in, bro. You ain't nobody got your number no more. What the hell? We're going out to Rail in New Mexico. What it do?
What up, though?
What's going on, brother?
Yo,
How's it going?
BV, shout out. Hey, Ness, I'm calling in for the first time with the Border Wars. I just wanted you to kind of explain what it's all about.
I mean, so the first Border Wars ever started between two co-hosts, right? Two co-hosts on this panel didn't get along. It was very toxic. So we went to visit
Was
Keith.
it Mike?
It was Matt and Boxing MD. And we went to visit.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, we went to visit Keith Thurman for training camp, and he let us host the first fight between them there. He was kind of a judge. His trainer was in the corner for Matt. And, that kind of put the bug in everyone. You know, watching Matt get in there with MD and watching MD look as good as he did, everybody kind of wanted to do it. It gave us the bug. It showed us that it's doable. So from there, we had America versus Canada, and that happened in Florida in the gym of Kevin Cunningham, and he was the referee. And yeah, man, it's just been the listeners, the people that listen to the show, the people that we've met throughout the years at fights. They sign up. It's like a bowling league, but also like Fight Club. I don't know if you've ever heard of Fight Club. I could be showing my age. Fight Club is an old movie with Brad Pitt, but it's kind of like Fight Club and a bowling league, man. And we literally match each other up, and we bang out, man. We do keep it within weight class. We do use 16-ounce gloves. We do use headgear. We're usually at a professional gym. It's always recorded. If you go to YouTube, you could just put in Border Wars and watch a lot of the fights from older Border Wars seasons. Right now, I'll go ahead and play our little promo from the last Border Wars that Southside Deucey was in, and Colin the Destroyer, Big SuperMEX, who's on the panel, was also in. Santiago. A lot of these guys have, been doing this. I mean, this is number 7 now. So,
all right, I got a question, Miss. I want to become a part of it. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, but I reside in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I recently just became Patreon, so how would I become a part of it? How do I get active in it?
Have you ever fought before? I mean, it's all about, you wanting to.
Not on a professional level. I've never been a professional fighter, but I do have an amateur background. I boxed at the Johnny Tapia gym out here in Albuquerque, New Mexico for a couple years. And I also boxed in Pontiac, Michigan with Tony Rodriguez and his team.
Okay, so what's your weight class?
Right now, I'm at, I say.
What's your fighting weight?
Well,
What's your fighting weight? Where would you want to fight at?
I think I can cut I think the best weight for me would probably be 175, probably.
Oh, lot of smoke for you there. And actually talented people, right, that we could put you in, because Mide is in that division at 175, 160.
I don't know, Ness, tell me. Because I weigh right now, walking around, I weigh 210.
Whoa.
And I'm 6'3".
Whoa.
6'3".
What the hell? So why would you get down to 175? Damn. So you a pro. Like, you know how to cut for real.
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I would be able to, what my body can take. I don't know how much I could cut too. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying? Like, what would be the best?
when's the last time you worked out or was in the gym, like boxing?
Well, I'm currently not active. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say 2017.
I mean, you got to, I guess you're going to have to get back in there, champ, and kind of see what your weight loss would be and where you feel you would want to fight at. I mean, you tall as hell. You look like you could fight heavyweight and down.
I was thinking like cruiserweight, maybe 190, but the heavyweights, dudes coming in at 318. I fight heavyweights or cruiserweights.
Yeah, I mean, cruiserweight, we don't have any, even though we might, right? Like, Marvin has to make 185, but he's the biggest. I mean, with that experience, though, yeah, we could get you a cruiserweight fight with Doomy. He has about 5 amateur fights or 6. And how many amateur fights you have?
I want to say, okay, so as far as the people that I sparred at Johnny Tapia, it was a couple UFC champions. They wasn't even 100% boxing. It was Frank the Tank Lester and Donald Sanchez and the person who fought Johnny Tapia back in the day, Frankie Archuleta. He taught me a couple things. He didn't spar me because I'm way bigger than him. But that's the one who was working on the mitts. I was working my mitts with and everything. But I got, as far as how many.
So you never had an amateur fight then? You don't have a book?
Yeah, I have had amateur fights, but none of them counted. Like, I got a book. I got a USA amateur book, but like when we did the events, nobody accounted the fights. It was just like sparring, live sparring, you know.
All right, so how many fights would you say you have?
Fighting amateurs and pros, I'd say about 4.
Okay. Yeah, 5. I mean, so look, man, there's definitely heavyweight and cruiserweight action. But if you can get that low, there's even more action, you know. So it's really
It's because the reason why I'm interested in this is because growing up in Detroit, I come from Martin Luther King Boulevard, that's Southwest Detroit. It's right off 94 freeway for all the listeners who know what Detroit is. And I grew up in an area where shit, you had to fight. And I grew up scrapping all the time. And a lot of average citizens or civilians can't hang with me. So, you know, that's why boxing intrigued me at such a young age. And if we got something like Border Wars, then yeah, I want to put my test to the limit, see what I could do, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to know how to, you know, get active in it, what I got to do, how much it costs, that type of shit.
Yeah, the fees is about $250 overall, and you got to pay your own travel. Real, I'm gonna get to some other callers. You got to pay your own travel to the location. But yeah, I mean, yeah, no, we definitely have fighters, man. Shit, what is it? Rodnell Finkley is also a heavyweight, but that's only for New Jersey. I think he said when we come back to Jersey. But yeah, man, we got heavyweights and we got cruiserweights, and if you could get the 75, there's definitely people at that weight as well. So let's see here. We're going out to John. Blink if you are in a rush, because I don't want to get to the fighters without getting to some of the callers first. So we're going out to Info Joe in Cali. Talk to us.
Ain't no show without Info Joe.
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell the truth, Joe. Tell the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my
Tell the
brother.
truth, Joe. Tell the truth.
Mr. In-
My bad, Joe.
Yo, what up, SuperMEX? What up, Ness?
What's
Hey,
good, man? Good morning.
Shout
Good
out to
morning.
all the. Good morning, fam. Shout out to all the Border Wars fighters, past and present, man. Hey, I love this card. I'm really loving the JD versus Darnell, man. That should be a pretty good chess match. skillful boxing match, man. JD, don't take this dude lightly. Get in camp if you listen to my brother. This dude is sharp too, just like you are. I'm loving Sal and Marvin, man. Sal, if I describe him with one word, dude is mean as fuck. And Sal is a come forward, tough fighter too, man. Good headlining card. And shout out to that one white boy, man, taking on Mide. Shout out to Mide, man, coming back. I think he's in his 6th Border Wars fight, flying back and forth to the UK, to the US, man. Shout out to you, Mide. And he kicking ass and he taking names, man. To me, he did what the rest of the UK pros haven't done yet. Is keep coming back over here winning, man. Shout out to Mide, spending his money and being a part of Border Wars, man. I would love to see Southside Duce come back, man. I'm a fan of that dude. That dude, he's sharp as a harp. And come on back, man. Who was you thinking about matching him up with, man?
I mean, Lauren is only willing to fight on Border Wars 7 if he could get the rematch with Ducey. So I guess for Ducey, that would be the safest voluntary because he already knows him. Or he could fight anybody because he got one voluntary. But, you know, after that, his mandatory is Mide or vacate.
Okay.
But now Mide got John smoke. So John seems to think he's, you know, the new boogeyman. So if he could somehow top off Mide, he going to be not only pound for pound, but mandatory because Mide's on the pound for pound list.
Hey, man, shout out to that one white boy, man, having the heart to go against the pound for pound king. SuperMEX, hey, man, much respect to you, brother. And if everybody should encourage this guy, man, to lose that weight, man. Try to eat.
That's the only way he gonna beat Jose is to fucking chase him down, bro. You gotta chase him down. Throwing punches though, you gotta hit him on the arms, the shoulder, everywhere.
Hey, SuperMEX, try to eat. Joe. Hey, try to make your last meal, man, around. I don't know what time you go to bed, but don't sleep on the meal, man. Try to make your last meal of the day, man, kind of early.
Man, if he working, that shit ain't going to matter, man. I wouldn't even put stress into that because he going to get off his day job at 5 o'clock. Then he going to go to the gym. So it's okay to eat after the gym. As long as you working, you going to lose. You can't just eat and not work. And you got to work more because you can't think just working out normal one time a day is going to be enough because you're not a normal dude right now. You got to get at least one motherfucker off your back right now. You got a whole nother little bantamweight on your ass. Get him off you.
Word. But that's all I got next, man. Shout out to all the Border Wars fighters, man. And still, if you got somebody around my age, man, I'm thinking about, I've been back doing my push-ups, man, sit-ups, dips, man, so, and a little bit walking here and there, man.
But it's the age and the weight.
Somebody
it's the age and the weight, right? Like, where you at, like 190 something?
Right about now, 185, 190, man.
What about Troy?
About 185, 190.
Yeah, I mean, I would love Troy, but Troy talking this 1 minute, five rounds, 1 minute bullshit, trying to get make up his own stuff. But either Troy or Jay Hardcore. I remember Jay Hardcore say something too, and he about that. Oh, he probably 57 or 47 himself. So. Yeah, man. We'll see what we do, Joe, man. You got to make that announcement. You got to come back out of retirement, and then they're going to come out the woodworks looking for you. Right now, they know you retired, man. You know, once you come out of retirement, they're going to send them offers. You might get Jose trying to challenge you.
No, he's too young, man. I need somebody, man, in their 40s or close. I'm 51, man. I'm 51, but I'm active, though. I still go back there and hit the bag, man. I'm back on I haven't been doing my push-ups, sit-ups, and dips and all that. I'm back on my strength and conditioning right now, man. But I'm starting to slowly go back and hit the bag and everything, though. You know, just try to stay in shape, man, especially at my age, though. But
For sure,
I'm thinking about it, brother.
Yo, at
Peace,
least,
family.
Listen, Santiago is coming out to support Fern if Fern could get the time off. And he's coming out to be in Fern's corner. So, man, at least come out and be a judge so we could get some some official judging. We know we trust your card, man. We understand that you understand how this works. Let me see here. We got everyone else is are fighters, either on the card or looking for a fight. So I'm gonna go to John at One White Boy in Texas. What it do?
What up, John?
What's up, SuperMEX? How you doing?
We good. We good.
Shit, I've been waiting for this for a hot minute. Deucey's in the chat, but he won't call in. But he lose his phone or what?
I don't know, man. I need his number. We need to know what's up, you know?
Yeah, he's in the chat, but he don't want to call in and make a fight, man. If he wants to
Oh,
fight
I think
more,
he is. I think he did call in. That gotta be him right there. Nah, let me see. I'm gonna double check that.
He calling from a payphone somewhere.
So let's talk about your current opponent, though, John. Man, you're stepping up big time, taking on the number one pound for pound, also semi-professional, and Coach Mide. What are your thoughts now that this fight is official, and how do you feel things are going to play out for you?
I feel good, man. I'm in the gym every day, if not 2 times a day sometimes. And especially since it's Mide, I know he's pound for pound. I know he's going to be coming at me, and he better not come at me as if just like I don't want him to take it easy on me. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to make him I'm going to make it to where he can't. He has no choice but to give me everything he's got. You know what I mean? I'm not going to gas. It's 3 rounds, 2 minutes. There ain't no way on God's green earth I can't throw punches the whole time or counter him. He's a come-forward pressure fighter. I'm a natural counter puncher. I'm going to work on my left hook, and I'm going to check his ass when he comes in. And I'm going to put these hands on Coach Mide. I respect him, and he's about this life too. He's about the boxing life more than me. But I've been in the gym daily for almost a year. You know, I didn't put all this work in so I look good on the bag or something like that. I'm here to give Mide this work.
Now, you had the trouble of finding a fight beforehand, getting sealed. Do you feel like if you get a win over Mide, do you think that might make it harder for you to get a fight going forward, or how do you think that would affect you if you're able to get the win?
They just gonna ask me to come to White Collar Boxing League after that, and they're gonna ask me to take out the UK boys. once I'm done with Mide,
he gonna sign you. Once you done, he gonna sign you.
Exactly. He's gonna call me and say, "White boy, I need you to come to the UK and give me this spar. I need you to come and get me ready for my next opponent." That's that type of shit I'm talking about. I ain't coming in just to, oh, he did a good job, but he lost. Fuck that. I'm coming for all the gold.
Damn. Yo, you got to give credit to him because how many people said, yo, I'm a retire with Mide. Mide's my last fight. Never right now. Even Lauren, who it was hard for him to find a fight, Maserati Blanco, he never really wanted that Mide smoke. In all fairness, I never want to give an 0-0 fighter the Mide fight. But that's something that, he and WhiteBoy did on their own, man. So, hey.
Yeah, Mide realized I couldn't get a fight with anybody. He realized certain people were ducking me, regardless of what some opinions might say. He realized the real facts, and he said, yo, I'll fight WhiteBoy. He's got the skill. And I know Mide ain't just going to fight me because he feels sorry for me that I ain't getting a fight. And he knows I got some skill, and he ain't going to step in there with me and if I didn't have some. And he's going to find out real quick that I'm up there with his caliber, and he's going to have to throw them shots with that intentions like I will be.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. So, have you been able to find any footage on him? Because there's a fight on Patreon, one of his Queensberry boxing ones, and then he just fought in Queensberry boxing. Plus, there's the Doomy fight. There's also sparring with the Olympian Wellington Romero when he came to Jersey Boys and trained with us for a couple of days. So there's some work on him out there, man. If you want to catch it.
Yeah. You know what? I have mixed feelings about watching people's footage. I'm confident in my own ability. I know that I know I can box. You know what I mean? I box with amateurs at the gym. I box with professionals at the gym. I know I can box. And the amateur game is all about adjusting to other people's styles. It's all punches and bunches, and that's not how I want this fight to be. I want this to be a technical fight. I want to drag him into some deep waters himself. I want to give him his best test. and I want to beat him. I'm not coming in here to play. Oh, he did a good job.
What weight
know
did
I
you guys contract at?
168.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 164, so I'm gonna have to go up. Like I said, I want to take 154 to 168, the triple champ. Those are my divisions. And Southside Ducey, he ain't even calling in or nothing like that. That's my belt too. I want that belt.
Well, White Boy John, let me get to some other people. We got a lot of fighters on the line. Looks like Southside Ducey did call in. We going to Texas. Eric Cruz, SOG, what it do?
Cruz, how are you, brother?
Yo, what's going on? That's what's going on. SuperMEX it's good to finally be back on the show. Another Border War show. How you guys doing?
All good, all good.
Can't complain.
So the cat's out the bag, man. The cat's out the bag. The rumor is you trying to eat in-house. You trying to do Texas versus Texas, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I want you boys fighting each other. You think you're going to have the same animosity to a fellow Texan?
I think I will. The reason why I wanted to fight a guy from Texas is because all my previous Border Wars, except for the last one, my opponent has always dropped out, right? So this is kind of like the only way that I kind of know that that's not going to happen this time. So I need to lock in a fight. I need to make sure that my opponent's going to show up, and I'll be ready. I'll take care of the rest.
So you don't think Ant will show up?
He will. No, Ant will show up, but that was my last fight, you know. He's coming off a loss. He's trying to rebuild. I'm coming off a loss. I'm trying to rebuild. So I wouldn't want to fight him.
But this the perfect time. You getting him off a loss.
Not in my way.
And you technically off a loss.
Like, yeah. But not in my weight, though, because at my weight right now, I'm at heavyweight, man. I'm at 210 something. So in order for me to fight Ant, I would have to drop a lot of weight. And I got to really come in with, like, my A game, and I don't think I can bring my A game right now.
So what weight are you fighting at? You not fighting at 185?
Yeah, I'm fighting at 185. But there's a difference between 185 making weight, and there's a difference between 185 being in your top shape.
Oh, so you think? So basically, you think? Wait a minute. So basically, you think you don't got to be in top shape for Chris Vega?
I don't. It's not the same as fighting Ant, I'll tell you that.
But how do you even know that? You never been in there with him. How do you even know that? You never been in there with him.
I've been in there with Ant.
But
I've been in there with that, and I know what he can do.
But you ain't been in there with
Vega. Yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to kind of check off my bucket list. I never fought a guy that had 0 fights. Every guy that I fought already had a fight. Even my first fight.
Man, I'm telling you right now. Listen to me. I'm telling you right now. Don't believe the hype, Eric. That is more dangerous. It plays with your mind more because you don't even know what that dude is bringing. You don't know who that dude is.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of want to get that monkey off my back too.
Okay. Killer.
Nah, not a killer, man. I'm trying to get back into the gym. I want to get motivated again. I kind of lost that hunger that I used to have after the Jose fight. To be
I'm just saying, man. Coming off a loss to go in there with a dude that you gotta come up with a game plan for on the fly. That seems difficult.
Yeah, but I think I'll be all right. That's all I'm gonna say. I should be good. But man, shout out to all these fights that I kind of heard you talk about. Marvin and Sal, that should be a heck of a fight. And shout out to WhiteBoy, man, taking on that Mide fight. Like, a lot of people plan that fight, like, yo, I'm gonna fight Mide after a 4 or 5 fight. But WhiteBoy wants his first fight to be a Coach Mide, so that's impressive.
I know. I was just saying that, man.
Fighting with somebody.
We'll see. Look, I don't never like doing that. Mide is the utmost level of experience that we got. But I also trust Mide that if he sees WhiteBoy's not on his level, he ain't gonna beat him up.
Yeah, that's true. And that's a hard fight for me because WhiteBoy being from Texas, Coach Mide being my coach, it makes it kind of hard for who to root for. But Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have my coaches back, man. But it should be a hell of a fight. And is JD fight for sure? Like he's coming?
Yeah, it's for sure. He already started
Or is
training
that still
camp.
being worked out?
Yeah, no, he started
Man, that
training
should be
camp, and
another heck of a
Donel
fight.
already confirmed. So Donel versus JD. It's the battle for JD to get back to Mide WhiteBoy winner now, because WhiteBoy throwing his name in the hat.
Yeah, so we should have a heck of a week, man. I got to talk to the gym owner, but I know that's gonna be a go for sure. So I'm excited to see all the guys down here, man.
Me too, man. Me too. Listen, I want some action. We're going to have to start a GoFundMe for Eddie, bruh. I'm telling you, I want some action. Y'all trying to wait till my knees don't work no more. I see how y'all doing. Eric, let me get to some other callers, but stick around. Trying to wait till my knees is done. SuperMEX rather fight fucking Bumzay than come at the crown.
No. Look, see, and you see this Canelo shirt I got on here?
Y'all got a plan.
You trying to be like Mayweather. You want to be the only guy to beat me. And then, when I build up and beat everybody else, it's just going to make you look better once you're retired. I see what you're doing.
You're hilarious, bro. This guy is good with it, with the gift of gab. We're going out to Ant, the Queen City Cobra. What up?
What up, man? Yeah. Yeah, silly.
What up, Ant?
Ant, man. So Cruz don't want no get back right now. You must hit harder than a motherfucker. Why you don't gain some weight? Come get this heavyweight belt.
I did. I'm 195 today. But I'm about to start training today. She already kind of started already, but yeah, I was just chilling, man. I was chilling hard, trying to let these knees heal and shit, shoulder and all that. But I'm good now. Yeah, it just ain't nobody. Shit, really ain't nobody out there. Hell no, I don't want to fight Cruz again. That motherfucker hit hard. My face is for a month and a half.
Yo, that's beautiful though. You know what? That's the best thing. That's the best thing you could have said though. Because then y'all feel the same way. Y'all both need a tune-up before going in. That's respect. That's respect.
I don't really need a tune-up. I just know I don't want to get hit by him again. That shit, it may look like I ain't worried, but nah, that shit hurt. That shit can't. That shit traveled with me for quite some time. That shit hurt. But I don't know, man. It don't seem like it's really nobody out there all like that. And I was just chilling.
I mean, what weight you was thinking about? What weight you was thinking about? Because I got a couple people hitting me up on the DMs between I think 168, 175, and they never fought.
I don't know,
but I don't know if they gonna want to fight you though. That's the difference. I don't know if they gonna want to fight you.
Yeah, I could probably make. I'm 195 today. I know I can. It's just, do I feel like it? But we'll see. If I get somebody. We'll see.
Yo, what's going on with Matt?
Well, Matt, what about it?
Nah. In the super chat, he deleted somebody's super chat. Yeah, Machine Gun deleted 7 super chat.
Somebody must have something like. Shit. What was I gonna say? Fuck. What's his name? What happened to CY last time I checked? WhiteBoy, I think it was
Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. WhiteBoy is fighting Mide now, man. He doing what you said you needed an 8-fight deal to do.
Yeah, he'll learn pretty soon. But I mean, it really seen WhiteBoy all like that. I think one little clip on him, but yeah, he'll learn pretty soon what that Mide shit about. But shit, man, if I can't get a fight, I just go there and spar everybody. Shit, I ain't doing shit. But yeah, I might be in Trinidad though.
So you don't even when you find that out?
Maybe. I can. Carnival is that weekend, so theoretically, I could go to Dallas and just fly out to Trinidad if I wanted to. But I just gotta. That's why I was like, oh, it's 22nd, cool. Now it's 29th. Oh, I gotta, what I'm saying? I gotta see how that's gonna shake out, if it can shake out. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Well, Ant, let me get to some other callers. 7 super chat was deleted, but he said he'll donate $100 to Eddie from Vegas' travel to get beat up by Ness. And then Seymour Butts didn't super chat but said the same thing. So, let's put it to the test, man. Cash App Nest GTO or PayPal Nest GTO. And if y'all send that 200, that's definitely a flight. Almost a flight, and we'll make sure he get it. Seymour Butts. Let's see if you ain't a troll. I know 7 without a doubt. I never heard of Seymour. I mean, I seen Seymour in the chat though, to be honest. We're going out to Southside Deucey, the return. What up? And you got the same number, bro? I was texting this. I deleted this because every message went green. I'm like, my man ain't got this number no more.
What up, champ?
Nah, I threw. What's the deal? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm on. Yeah, what's the deal, man? I kind of threw this number in a drawer and let it sit there for a minute. Had a different number I was working off of. But yeah, man, I'm hearing a lot of chatter. I'm feeling the energy from Border Wars. It's exciting. I love it. Of course, it's always gonna be a nobody trying to call the champ out and trying to get used to it. You know what I mean? Heavy is the head. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty excited. I was pretty fucking excited about the CYP and John, that one WhiteBoy. But for some reason, and y'all might feel different, but me, I feel like, John just feel like he gonna get his ass whooped, so he don't want that fight. Yeah, man, that shit, man. What's up, though, man? Like, I just called in, man, to listen to the show and tap in.
So, any plans on a voluntary defense?
Yeah, like if you remember back, and y'all don't got to take my word for it because everything is recorded. Like, that's the good thing about this being on the radio. You can go back and listen to it. We all kind of decided that the December card wasn't going to be like viable for me. You know what I mean? I had some things to do, so it's going to come back in February.
Oh,
we kind of discussed,
so you are back in February.
Texas. Why would I not be? See, we was discussing Texas because Texas is not too far. It ain't too far from Missouri, and my little sister stayed down there in Texas, so I thought I might be able to finagle something to get something going on. But my little sister be out of town for the holidays, and her and her dude got some shit going, so I won't be in Texas this month at all. So
no, it's not this month. It's February 29th.
Okay. See, I thought we was doing the Texas card this month.
Nah.
And then we was gonna have a whole nother card.
Nah, we was trying to have the Texas card. I mean the Vegas card last month, but Jose ain't selling enough tickets. He was the main event versus Sal, but enough people didn't sign up, so we had to scratch that. We was always doing Texas in February. So if you want February, unless you want like a brand new dude that you find or that we find you, Lauren called me yesterday and said that he would only come to Texas if he get the rematch with you. So he, if you want him, he'll fight you in Texas again. Only you though.
Listen, Lauren is my brother, man. I just don't want to fight Lauren again. You know what I mean? We was two unknown fighters coming into the ring, and I think we both made great cases to why we should be there. And I just feel like at this point, I need somebody else. You know what I mean? Somebody who I can really brag about beating their motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for right now. Like, but don't get it twisted. If bro won't show up, we can get it in before or after. What's the name? I don't care. We can definitely get it in. But as far as like a contracted fight, not right now at this moment. I really want Lauren to go get, I want him to get a win or something. Like, I want him to get a win in impressive fashion, and then we can meet back up because regardless of what y'all saying, like, Lauren is great at marketing. He is great at stuff. When you put Lauren on the card, you're going to get attention. You know what I mean? He know how to bring eyes to the fight. So kudos to him for that. But just right now, I don't want to rematch him right back. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make my bones. Like, my name hot right now. I want my shit to get on fire. You know what I mean? So if I go in there and I knock somebody else out, like, I can't knock John out now. He contracted with Mide. And let me clear this up real quick before.
I'm sure John will fight you because Mide's the mandatory to you. I'm sure John would rather fight for the title than fight Mide.
Well, whatever. See, when me and John spoke originally after the last Border Wars event, when he came into the chat, people was giving him shit at first, but I do believe I was one of the first, if not the first person to say, bro, I will fight you. I got no problem fighting you, but it'll be in February because I won't be doing nothing in December. So before anybody get on this phone and get to trying to huck and shuck and shaking and faking and jobbing, Deucey Ben went on record and said, I'll beat your ass in February. I got no problem with that. You was the one running around trying to figure out what weight you wanted to fight at, whether you was going to fight at 210, 215, 175, 185, 113. You didn't know where you was at. You know what I mean? So whatever, man. Like, if you want to, man, if you want to make that shit, if you want to contract that, put me in the ring with that boy. Because one thing I've been noticing about John is he dedicated. So I ain't gonna give him no shit about that. You know what I mean? But I feel like his confidence level is a little too high. And I know I don't got a big sample size, but y'all can look at my work, man. Like, you talk that shit, I'm gonna make you live that shit. So I hope you gonna come in and throw a punch every second. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna have to do something, bro. Cause boy, listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You up in that ring, John.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm right on par with you in the sense that your name is hot. I would rather have you on the card. I would rather him fight you because, from a safety standpoint, I know you feel like a killer and look like a killer your last fight, but at the end of the day, you 1-0. You know what I'm saying? Mide is fucking like 8-0 now. And, from a safety standpoint, maybe it's safer for John to go in with you. And it's more fair. You getting your voluntary, this is a voluntary defense where Mide is the mandatory. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm sure y'all would sell the fight because John is a talker and so are you.
Yeah, John talked that shit, but just to be fair and just to be completely fair all the way around the board, it's not safer putting him in with me. It's a lot safer to put him in with Mide, somebody who can look across the ring and recognize, okay, I got this man hurt. He really can't perform at my level, so I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna give him that. You know what I mean? I look across the ring and I see weakness. I'm stepping on it. I'm gonna kick your shit all across the ring. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm here for. You don't feel safe putting people in the ring with Wilder. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Talk that shit.
No, you don't. Because at any given time, Wilder can black out and close the whole show right now. So it is what it is.
Bro, I'm just happy.
Record, bro, like y'all can go back.
I'm just happy that you're coming back.
Watch the fight. I'm not here bragging, bro. Y'all can go back and watch the fight. I threw one punch that had about 50% power on it, and that was the one that stopped the fight. Bro, I ain't threw a punch hard in so long, it don't make no sense. But I want you to come in there looking like Ivan Drago so I can beat dog shit out you. But, I just came to say, I like the energy the Border Wars is giving off. I like the new participants. Everybody signing up. I will say right now, I'm keeping my eye on JD. I want to know what the boy is doing. You know what I mean? I'm watching you, JD. I know you listening.
Well, JD got his hands full with Donel. Did you watch Donel?
That's what I'm saying. Of course, Donel was my corner man for my fight. You know what I mean? Y'all go back and watch the footage. Donel over there and his cousin giving your boy some good advice, and your nigga listened and did all of that in the ring. So I'm up on Donel. Hell, I even had on his gloves when we fought, matter of fact. But I want to see what JD gonna do because I know JD and Lauren had their exchange. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a common opponent type shit. You know what I mean? I want to see what JD gonna do. Because eventually, me and Donel gotta see each other. It is what it is. See, JD, Donel, Ant, because Ant was talking that shit before my fight. I ain't forgot about you, Queen. How you doing, Princess? So I'm just keeping my eyes open right now, man. Don't get it twisted.
Talk that shit.
I had a match right here in my city in November. That's the only reason I fell back from the chat. You know what I mean? I felt like I needed to step my shit up to a different level. I can't wait till y'all see me again.
Yo,
look, I ain't gonna hog the call though, man.
No, we got some people. We got some people that want to get on too, man. But we happy to have you back. Happy to hear you back in February. And we gonna find out. Sir. That one white boy is in the chat, so he gonna let us know what it is. If he gonna do Mide, or is he gonna do you? Because for Mide might actually tell or suggest WhiteBoy to fight you. I'm gonna let you go and get to some other people, but Joseph, he might actually suggest for WhiteBoy to fight Southside Ducey because remember he's contracted with Matchroom. I mean with MTK Global the week before, so that's why he couldn't do it on the Wilder weekend. So he might end up telling WhiteBoy, you know what, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be traveling a lot. I won't be 100%. Go ahead and fight Ducey. Plus, it's a title. It's a title. It's like what I'm telling you. Like, what you want to fight a dude without a belt for, but you rather fight? I want the belt. I want the belt. You know what I'm saying? You got the belt. I want the belt. But speaking of dudes that want to fight for non-title fights instead of for title fights, Jose in Canada, what up?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Yo, okay, good. You know what, man? I didn't think I was going to be calling back in. I thought I was going to be done with Border Wars because the truth is the political agenda that some people carry is just so great. But then I thought, you know what? I owe it to myself. I owe it to the people that want to see me fight. Because although there is a bunch of haters, and that's you are the cheerleader, the president of the haters club, there's also a lot of people that want to see me fight, man. Guys like Bo from Bama, you know, that clearly sent a scripted message last week when he called in. He said, listen, it doesn't matter what people are saying. You can't move certain people off the list. He was directly referring to me. He was talking about me, man, saying, you know what, Ness, you can hate all you want, but you ain't moving me off this list, man. So then I decided, man, what am I going to do? I'm going to do a double thing, man. I'm going to challenge a man who is 100 pounds heavier than me, who's got, you know, the fear factor over me, some would say, because he's my kryptonite. He throws lots of punches. He hits hard. He takes a punch, right? So why not, man? I'm going to make it happen with SuperMEX. You know, I honestly believe the only thing I got to put through my head is I got to be willing to hurt the man. You know, I hear a guy like Ducey talk, and what he says is right. You have a guy in pain, you got to take him out. So I got to be willing to do that to SuperMEX. I got to be willing to hurt him, you know. No, not willing or not wanting, but ready and prepared to, like, crack his face, break his nose. You know, his face is going to be there right for the taking, right? So SuperMEX, just be sure, bro, when you step through those ropes, that danger will await. You know, I'm gonna do history, man. I'm gonna be Border Wars Roy Jones Jr., man. The first to go up from 178, which was my last fight, all the way up to heavyweight.
You're wrong, bro. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Pounds.
You're wrong. You're not gonna do what Roy Jones did. Roy Jones moved up to heavyweight and fought for a world title. He didn't test the waters.
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm doing? I'm going up in weight. I'm taking on a man who's 100 pounds heavier than me, man. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. And you know what, Ness? The same way you wanted Cruz to knock me out, the same way you begged for him to do it, you're going to be cheering my name like you were in that fight, man. Like a thirsty little thought that you are. You're going to be screaming, loco, loco, loco. Because at the end of the day, you may hate and you may pretend like I'm the biggest villain and you hate me the most, but I got no bigger fanboy, no bigger jock rider in this whole organization than you, Ness. Because deep down, you're she, man. And that little girl, man, you're the president of my fan club. You know it. You can deny it all you want, but that's the way it is. And then after that, Ness, I want to see you and Eddie. And I told Eddie, if Eddie takes that fight, I'll fight the winner of that fight, man. I'll fight the winner of you versus Eddie. And my goal is to be number one pound for pound. That's what I want, man.
Jose, stop cloud chasing. Stop cloud chasing. You've used everyone's name. You said
no cloud chasing.
Bro, hold on, okay? You said you wanted Sal, and you used his name to keep your name relevant in the 2 Border Wars you missed. You said you wanted Ant, and you used his name to stay relevant. You said you wanted a Cruz rematch. You signed for that. You signed for all 3 of those fights to stay relevant. So I don't understand what you mean. Like, oh, I'm going to fight you if Eddie fight. No one believes anything that you say. Like, we're questioning, are you even going to show up?
You came on the air and you ridiculed that fight. You said, how are you going to fight Cruz? You already beat Cruz. It's ridiculous. You're rematching.
And I also came on the air. And I also came on the air and said that you are the favorite in the SuperMEX fight. That this is a cherry pick.
There you go. You're the first to say
this man is 0-0-1. He had a draw with a person who is 0-3. and you think you're doing something?
Let me.
Yeah, you're the biggest clown. You're the biggest clown in Border Wars.
No, Ness. Okay, but just listen. Have you ever fought somebody that has a draw in your record?
Are you going to turn it to me?
Listen, just answer me.
Are you going to turn it to me, or is it about you and your legacy?
Have you ever fought someone?
I got him.
Listen,
I got him like Floyd and Brian Kenny right now. I'm not a fighter. I'm Nestor Gibbs, the commentator. I'm only giving you the box rec. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
I'm telling you what it is. It's gonna be history. Guys like Bo and Bam are gonna see the weight increase. The weight increase alone. If SuperMEX catches me with one, I'm knocked out cold, man. This is a 300-pound man.
Yeah, because he knocked out Santiago. Because he knocked out Santiago. Did he even knock down Santiago?
Who's been able to knock down Santiago?
Listen, brother. You can come on and try to paint a narrative, but you can't give SuperMEX power that he hasn't demonstrated.
Okay, good. Then you know what? You're the first to call SuperMEX a bum, and I'll be the second one to second that.
I didn't call SuperMEX a bum.
Humiliate him.
I didn't call SuperMEX a bum.
I didn't call him a super. And you are right, Ness. I agree with you.
I didn't call him a bum.
You called him a super bum.
I called him Super Ducker Mex. That's Super Duck Mex. That's his name. Anytime anybody wants to fight other than the champ, you guys are ducks. The both of you are two pussies. Simple as that.
Listen to me. I am the oldest active participant in Border Wars.
No, you're not. I'm older than you.
I'm the oldest.
I'm older than you. I'm older than you.
Ness.
I'm older than you. And Info Joe wants to fight if we got him a fight. So he's older than you.
I'm saying active. I'm older than you, Ness. How
old are you?
I turned 40 before you did, Ness.
What year were you born?
I'm already 40.
What year were you born?
79, man.
Bro, we're the same age.
No, we're not. You were born after me. That makes you younger than me, bro.
What month were you born? What month were you born?
Even that you're trying to...
What month were you born?
April, Les.
Oh, yeah, you're
April.
Bro, you're fucking 30 days young. He's 30 days older than me.
It don't matter.
He's 30 days older than me.
I'm still the oldest.
Yo, you're crazy, bro.
Listen, at the end of the day, Ness, you know what? I want my moment to be in Border Wars because after I knock out SuperMEX, Tex-Mex, I'm going to be able to tell people the truth. The sabotage you try to put me through, the way you try to ruin my name. Man,
bro, I'm going to take a call. So you can have the floor. I'm going to take a call so you can spread lies.
Yo, before you take a call, I just want to say this. The fight is on. If Tex-Mex, if you need some sort of collateral, Ness, so that you could stop being the hater that you are, I'll send collateral in just to prove to you because I'm tired of listening to your shit. I'll send collateral in. I'm bringing my whole fucking crew. Because they all worried about me fighting a 300-pound man. They all want to be there because everybody wants to walk in with the champ's belt. That's all I got.
Gotta drive you home.
Bro, SuperMEX, call your brother. He out here jogging and he's deleting people's messages by mistake. It's like his fucking phone is like in his pocket or something. This dude's crazy. I'm called and I can hear him running. Jose, you done? You finished or you done?
Yes, sir.
You didn't make an impact, man.
Make sure you have a bus ticket back to Canada. They're not gonna let you fly with broken ribs.
You heard him? He heard you. He don't want to talk no more. Is this Caesar? I don't know why I don't got your number. Vegas.
What up, Ness? You hear me?
Yeah, is Caesar?
Can you hear? Nah, this is Eddie.
Oh, that's why I ain't got the number. What the hell?
Yeah, no, I've never called in with my phone. I've only called in with Skype, so that's probably why.
Yo, so according to Seven, who I do know well, and I believe his word, he got 100 on your
my
travel. And then someone else said that, but I don't know. I know Seymour, but he ain't even a Patreon, so I don't know how true that is.
Oh, it's all good. My wife also heard what Seven said about you knocking my block off. She's like, you know what? I put $100 up for that too. So it looks like I'm in. Let's do it.
Yo.
Latin women are savages.
Old man, Eddie.
Yeah, for real. It's time to let them go. It's Nance, you gotta commentate and then just manage. We'll take care of those belts.
Nah, no problem, bro. I'll be happy
Let's do
to,
it.
man. I'm down for sure. That sounds great to me.
Let's do
So,
it, man.
yeah, I'll see you in February, champ. Just train, bro, so that nobody says I
I'm in.
cherry pick.
I
You
am.
know what I'm saying? Because you see how brutal I am with Jose and his decisions, and even SuperMEX. You know, so you're gonna put me in a bad predicament if you go out there and you don't look like Andy Ruiz, because I'm gonna look every bit of Wilder. My confidence has only gotten better since the first time. Because it's been a while now. I've been doing this a while, so my confidence only gotten better. So you gotta. I hope you do your part, because I'm gonna do mine.
I got confidence too, man. The thing is, this is a shot for a title, so I'd be stupid to go in there and fucking not train, you know. So trust me on that. I'll train. I heard you talking about.
I don't get that though. I don't get that though.
Motivated.
I don't get that though. Like, how is it because it's a shot at a title? You're gonna train harder. Why didn't you train hard for the Mofongo fight that you got to draw in? Like, I don't believe that.
Because
you gonna have to show me.
Relying.
You Andy Ruiz, bro. You gonna have to show me.
Yeah, I was exactly. Just like Andy was relying on the skill to finish Joshua off in the second fight, I was relying on the skill to beat Mofongo, which now I realize was a bad idea. It was a bad move on my part.
Bro,
so
tell your wife.
I'll trade.
Make sure you show your wife the sparring
and prove what I can do.
Make sure you show your wife the sparring.
She's seen it,
and let her know I was holding back.
I don't know, man. You had.
Let her know.
I was holding back too.
Yo,
I was holding back too. You could tell. I was
oh my God. Yo, okay.
Dude,
okay.
How are you not gonna sit there and see I was
look,
for you.
Seven just sent the 100.
That sparring session was
look,
the best
tell your wife Seven just sent the 100. That's it. It's in the bag. Nothing else to say. I'm not a talker because I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't discredit my opponents. Let me tell you, I don't discredit my opponents. I build you up to be the best in my head, because I'm gonna train like you the best. I don't want bad performances. I don't want Jose's record. I don't want to be the clown of Border Wars, you know?
Well, one thing that's for sure that I know going into this fight, I'll be the most skilled, best fighter you faced in Border Wars, period. All the guys you faced were nothing but novices.
Listen, you can eat the or drink the Jose Kool-Aid all you want, man. You've been in the ring, and you know why you ain't take the fight till today.
Oh no, I'm ready to go. Trust me, that sparring session did more for me than it did for you. Trust me, I was laying traps for you. I just didn't put everything into every shot.
Yo, listen. No,
I was trying to figure you out.
No problem. Listen, just know that was my first year, so no problem, champ. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, and that was me fucking having trained since I was an amateur.
But guess what was the same? Guess what's the same? Guess what's the same from that day and today? Ask me what's the same.
What's the same?
Your weight. Your weight. And I'm not. And listen to me. And listen to me. And listen to me.
I'm heavier now than I was then.
Even worse. I'm not fat shaming either. I'm not fat shaming. So what I'm saying is, I've at least maintained. You ain't even maintained. You got to get in camp to get in camp. I'm already the champ.
Oh, no worries. I don't need to train boxing. I already know how to box, so I just need to get in fat camp. That's fine.
Listen, I already signed on the dotted line, man. I already signed on the dotted line. Listen, all you did was make me happy, because now, and thank you for calling in. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I gotta finish this up. But thank you to you and your wife for taking the challenge. Appreciate it. This is going to be the best card yet. But all you did was make me happy. Now I'm on the card. So there's no way Bo could ever put this bum-ass Canadian anywhere near my motherfucking name on the pound-for-pound list. And unfortunately, it's going to be because of you. I'm going to have to stop you to make sure that me and Jose name ain't nowhere near each other. Okay? That's all I'm here to say. But Cruz, let that be a lesson to you, man. People stepping up. Ant, people stepping up. Jose, people stepping up. Because John, from what I see, he already told me he's stepping up. He taking that Southside Deucey challenge. You know, Jose won't even speak that name. He taking that Southside Deucey. I don't know, Big SuperMEX, but now it's some heavyweights on the card. It look like you won't have to come in shape and come great. Look like you want to come in shape and come great.
I'm already the greatest.
Okay, we'll see.
Just not finished seeing the story yet.
Hey, listen, I just hope you guys take me up on the bet. For seven Border Wars, this is going to be the 7th Border Wars that I've been saying. Let's do $25 per fighter. Fight of the night, split the money. Or fight of the night winner, take it all home and your fucking trip is free. You so good, put the 25 up.
That's what I was saying since last time.
Yeah, but nobody ever does it though. I'm the one that always says it. No one ever does it because they know they can't put on them Wilder like performances. Southside Ducey feel like he can. He the one associating himself with Wilder. I don't know.
I
Pressure's
feel like I had a
on.
legitimate claim to the last one if we would have did it, and I was all for it.
Well, we should do it.
I'm in with that.
We should do it. I love it. Perfect card, Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. I'm out.
Big underscore SuperMEX 56 on IG. The year the fat boy ain't over.
Matter of fact, I should let WhiteBoy come back on and kind of accept the fight verbally, right? Like no sense in waiting for
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
Right.
I would much rather fight Southside Ducey than Mide. 100%. As for a belt, yeah, make the fight happen. Southside Ducey's in real trouble now.
All right, well there you go. Southside, you know that he's in, you're in. The best thing that can happen is Lauren accepts the Fern fight and does what Southside said. You know, gets a win, man. Get back in the win column and look good. You know, I get it though. Remember, no hard feelings on Lauren. Remember that he's he's having a newborn and he's also purchasing a house. So, you know, remember this is a bowling league fight club. So we pay our own shit. We fly around. We try to make it happen where it's more suitable for most of the fighters. So, you know, I might give Jose a lot of shit. What's up?
Speaking of Jose, I think he wants to come back on real quick if you got time for
Oh,
him.
God. See, now I was about to give him some kind words. I'm sure he has a whole shitty message to say, but I was going to say I might give Jose some shit, but remember, Jose's from Canada, and he's been part of a lot of border wars. You know, he's been, holding down the website for numerous years, and there needs to be, I guess, an understanding that he's two different people. You know, he's Jose, and then he's this Border Wars character that he wants to be. But that is kind of like an Eddie Hearn fighter, right? It's like strategically matchmaking, you know, fucking the right calls by the refs, you know what I'm saying? Like controversial wins, like that's just him, you know, it is what it is. But I'm sure he's got a mouthful for me.
To be able to this be the eliminator, then me versus SuperMEX, the winner fights the winner of you versus Eddie. I think that's fair. If I'm going to put my toe in the heavyweight division, then at least give me the route.
No
to the
one,
champion.
stop using my name. Stop
So
using my name. No one believes you. Stop using my name.
Okay, forget it. I just want to say this one last thing, and then I'm going to hang up. Ness, you were fighting a man who as well has a draw, who fought the same guy who fought Santiago, and he went life and death. And that match was just as close to SuperMEX's match versus Santiago. So
I don't even know what you're talking about.
But you do.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mufongo and Eddie got a draw. So Eddie has a draw. So does SuperMEX. And SuperMEX had the draw with Santiago.
Yeah.
But he's coming off.
And how sad is it? And how sad is it that you won't let Eddie, who got a draw, and SuperMEX, who got a draw, fight each other, and you and me, who 3-0, fight each other so you can have a fucking title shot? You a pussy. You don't want to fight me. You a fucking duck. You a duck. You a duck.
This is my first heavyweight championship.
Fuck out of here. How dare you come back on here talking crazy about draws when you going for a guy with a draw instead of a fucking title? Talking about this the eliminator shot. Another dude that need a plan. Another AJ that need another plan. Another few fights before you die. Bruh, I'm going to make sure I never retire.
Just like AJ, I'll have redemption. And I'll be able to take out the big boy, man.
Bruh, you better lose weight,
that's
man.
How you'll see it.
Marvin lost weight for a reason. You
Hey,
better
man,
lose
that's
weight.
the difference between guys like that, man.
You better lose
I'm cut
weight.
from a different cloth. You'll see, man. You'll see. It'll be like the ultimate lumberjack match. At the end of the day, it'll be you and me in the ring. That's who will ever have thought
We'll
it.
see.
You'll see, man.
We'll
What'll
see.
happen.
Stop using my
it'll be
name,
nice.
man. Stop using my name, bro. You ain't even a heavyweight. Get the win and we'll believe you. Bye.
Let's do it, baby.
We'll see. Talking about eliminators. I don't believe him, bro, because he's match made so many fights. Like you think we didn't want to see him versus Sal and him versus Ant and him versus fucking Cruz rematch? All of a sudden we're gonna believe that he's about to campaign a heavyweight. That's why I feel sad for SuperMEX taking him serious. You know what I mean?
He's retiring after this. Yeah, that's what
but you
he's
believe in him,
in the end.
Bruh, listen. If you remotely come in shape, you're a dangerous fight. So like you're believing that he's gonna show up. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. We got some super chats here. We got FOG Boxing Talk. What up, Falk? He said, what happened to CYP and WhiteBoy? Man, CYP got a title shot versus the killer in the fucking division. Alvaro. He says, when will Border Wars be back in New Jersey, and is Doomy still training people? Yeah, Doomy's still training. I don't know if he's got any availabilities, but he's definitely still training. And Border Wars is back in Jersey when the fighters decide, to be honest. What we do is collectively decide what makes financial sense for the fighters that are available. So 90% of the times, most of the fights happen in the Border Wars chat with existing fighters of Border Wars. And when we got, I don't know, 2-3 fights already official, we see where those guys want to go because seniority and things like that. Like, you know, so yeah, man, get involved, be part of the Border Wars chat, and you'll have even more information. 7 with the super chat says, you know, that he would put up the 100 for Eddie if, you know, for the training. And then Anthony Edwards says, Southside Deucey, I see you. What exactly did he say? Because I don't know. What fucking Matt deleted mad fucking super chats by mistake. I think he was out here jogging and not realizing because I called. Okay, so Anthony Edwards, Queen City Cobra says, welcome back, Southside. Be careful, and blows an emoji kiss at him. Then we got 7 that came back. Let me see. His was Border Wars, the $100 for Eddie. Thank you, bruh. Thank you. Word is born. I wanted to fight with my bum ass knee. And I ain't gonna take Eddie lightly. He think I'm gonna take him lightly because he's shorter than me or something. I'm gonna fuck his little ass up. Alvaro comes back and says, yo, did you read my super chat? Just did, champion. I think that's it right there. Any final thoughts, Joseph?
It's time to put some old man in the retirement home, and the year of the big boys ain't quite over. And I think we're going to put that on notice come February 29th.
I mean, the year is about to be over. By the time you fight, the year would have been over. But
it started in June.
But calendar year, I got you. He got me. Well, listen, man, I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Anybody that wants to hit me up on social media, ask me any personal questions about Border Wars and anything that might be bugging you, any reluctancy you might have, listen, hit me up and we'll talk you through it. We've had plenty of new timers, and you can see there is no one that doesn't come back. Even Lauren, who, you know, everybody talks about that fight. He wants to fight Ducey again this time, but, you know, Ducey rightfully so wants him to get his name up again. And show that he's on that level, you know, come back. And I don't got there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody comes back. So it's a safe environment, a fun environment. After we have, you know, before and after dinners, you know, we meet up. We like to watch the fights together. So it's like a weekend of fun, man, with the boys, without a doubt, man. There's zero animosity, okay? There's zero animosity. It's a fucking a love-hate relationship. With a lot of guys that really love boxing and that are dipping their toes. No one claims to be a pro here.
Yeah, man, and it's a special respect I have for any of these guys who past or present that got in with Border Wars, because it even as simple as this, it takes a special person to get in there, man. Not everybody's willing to do it. So shout out to you if you want to do it. Make that leap, man. It's only going to help better yourself.
I just want to say that to make it clear to WhiteBoy, Southside Deucey's a 160 pound. I know you said you at 164 right now, so it's not going to be an issue to make the 4-pound drop, but you must drop to make the weight to fight for the belt. There are weigh-ins. Friday will be weigh-in day. We're going to try and be a whole lot more professional than last time for sure. But I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace out.